What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and I'd like to introduce you to a new segment here, which I call the Weekly 10. Basically, this is my weekly top 10 show. I take a different topic every week and count off the top 10 of whatever it is. This is my first installment, and in honor of the holiday season, I decided to make my very first episode my top 10 Christmas movies. Before we get into the list, I wanted to count stipulations. First one being, in order for a film to make the list, it has to take place during Christmas. Second of all, has to be a theatrically released film, so I am not counting TV specials, because really, those could get their own list. Alright, before I start this list, I want to get some honorable mentions out of the way. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3, really anything directed by Shane Black, Scrooged, White Christmas, Christmas Vacation, Arthur Christmas, Trading Places, Joyeux Noël, which is a French film about how Christmas pretty much stopped a war for a day. Look it up, it's really interesting. Mixed Nuts, Bad Santa, and Krampus, which I just watched last night, and it's actually pretty fun. Alright, so, on to the list. Number 10. Really, when I started this, I said it has to take place during Christmas, not necessarily be about Christmas. And if that's that stipulation, I gotta throw up Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon, I think, is one of the great action comedies of all time, one of the great buddy movies of all time. Riggs and Murtaugh have some of the best on-screen chemistry you will ever see in a movie. Those two guys interject humor and heart in everything they're in. And yeah, it happens to be in this movie, which does take place during Christmas. It's about family, it's about togetherness, and it's about shooting people, I mean, what's more Christmas than that, right? I mean, come on, you made an action movie that resonates with my grandmother, who's almost 70 years old. If you make an action movie that's R-rated during Christmas and appeals to a nearly 70-year-old Christian grandmother, you're doing something right. Number 9. I mean, you just say this premise, and it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but in execution, it actually proves to be really good. That's Miracle on 34th Street. I mean, you just say the idea, Santa Claus on trial. That sounds so boring and so stupid, but yet you watch this movie and it's hopeful and it's endearing and it's about the idea of, Santa Claus being real, which it resonates with every kid who's ever believed in Santa Claus. I don't care who you are. You watch this movie, you're going to get touched in a little way. Not a bad way. You're going to get touched on the inside, on your heartstrings. And that's where touching counts. Number 8. Best way I can describe this movie is Christmas insanity, and that's Gremlins. Gremlins, I think, is one of the most fun Christmas movies you can ever watch. It's fun, it's fast-paced, energized, it harkens back to like childlike wonder and the idea of something terrorizing the town. It's essentially a zombie movie without zombies. Not to mention, you also got that score, you got that Spielberg feel. I mean, come on. I mean, look at these guys. Come on, Gremlins. It's amazing. You should all go watch it. Number 7, the movie that sparked a million memes. That's right, we're talking about Elf. I mean, come on, it's highly quotable, it has a cynical edge to it, but it also has something a little more. It has a lot of heart to it. And yeah, it's highly quotable. Will Ferrell's amazing in it. James Caan's fantastic. Peter Dinklage is in this movie, and what could have been a very degrading scene had it not been done with such care. But it was really fantastic. This movie works on so many levels, and yeah, I watch this movie every Christmas. Number 6. This is one of those movies that gets back to the classic feeling of Christmas. The feeling of knowing what you have and being appreciated for being just alive in general. And that's It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, what can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said? It's one of the great classic films of all time. Not just Christmas, but in films in general. Jimmy Stewart's amazing in it. The bell, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings thing. It's just, you just watch it and you just feel hopeful, and it makes you watch it, it makes you feel good. Like it's a real heartwarming movie, and yeah, it's perfect for the holiday season. Number 5, a movie that plays off of parents and childhood fears, that's Home Alone. Home Alone is a movie that is either a child's dream or their worst nightmare, or in this case, both. Young Kevin McAllister has to fight off bandits. It's kind of strange, and I think somebody pointed out it's kind of like a mix between Ferris Bueller and Saw, because Kevin attacks these guys. He tries to murder them, and the movie does it so well that you're okay with that. You're okay with this kid murdering these bandits who entered this home. Yeah, Home Alone. It's great. It's fun. harkens back to that John Hughes era of filmmaking, and I think most of you probably all checked it out. I love this film. It's infinitely watchable, not just in Christmas but in general. I say check it out. Number 4, one that could qualify for two different holiday seasons. That's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I just watched the movie again the other day, and yeah, the songs are amazing. The animation's fantastic. It really holds up in so many ways, and I didn't realize how short this movie was. This movie's not even an hour and a half. I mean, you pop it in, you watch it, you feel the movies on this list. You feel good. It sends a really good message about the idea of finding something new and realizing who you are and who you're meant to be. And yeah, it's real powerful in that sense. And I think Night Before Christmas is one of the better Christmas movies of all time. Number 3. This is a story that's been told countless times, and this is actually my favorite interpretation of it. That's The Muppet Christmas Carol. I mean, come on, the Muppets have done other literary work before, but this is the one time where it feels like the author wrote it specifically for them. I mean, they make this story that has been around for hundreds of years feel just so uniquely Muppets. I don't know how they did that. Plus, you have the greatest human performance ever in a Muppet movie, Michael Caine, who treats this role with such respect. Like, he's even quoted as saying, "I treat this role like every other role. These aren't puppets to me. They are other actors." And yeah, it shows. Like, he treats the performance just like any other ones, but actually one of his better performances, I would say. And I think one of the better Muppet movies. I love all the Muppet movies, but this is personally one of my favorites. I watch it all the time. The songs are amazing. I love Kermit as Bob Cratchit. I love Muppets in general, and I think this is one of their better movies, and it's perfect for the holiday season. Number 2. Well, Lethal Weapon got the number 10 spot on my list, so you all knew this was coming. And of course, I'm talking about Die Hard. I mean, Die Hard, it's a perfect movie. I mean, it's got great action, got great comedy. It's got a awesome situation, which gave way to one of the greatest cinematic heroes of all time, John McClane. Bruce Willis is amazing in it. It works on every level. He has such great chemistry with Al Powell, despite the fact that they are never on screen together at the same time. It's just a perfect movie in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, come on, the dude's tank tops in the Smithsonian. How could this not get a spot on my list of top 10 greatest Christmas movies? Which I'll remind you, this does take place at Christmas. So it does qualify on this list, and if you don't like it, hey, it's my list. So I make the rules. And my number 1 favorite Christmas movie this is a movie I watch all the time. It's one of those movies that I can't go Christmas and not watch this. It's A Christmas Story. I mean, this is essentially a Christmas movie told from the point of view of a child. I mean, we all know that feeling of writing something on your list and wanting so desperately to get it, despite the fact that you know you shouldn't have it, but wanting it anyways, and that you will go to any lengths to get it. It's a great story about that. The kids are fantastic. This movie works. It's really. I mean, it is dated. I mean, it's technically dated because the era it takes place, but it really is. It's timeless, and that's why it's resonated for so many years. This movie airs on, I believe it's TBS, for 24 hours straight every single Christmas, and I watch it at least 2 or 3 times in a row. I love this movie. We as a family, we watch it all the time. This is my dad's favorite Christmas movie. It just works. It's so quotable. It's so memorable. I love Christmas Story, and yeah, if going on my list, this absolutely has to be the number 1. So that was it. That was my top 10 Christmas movies of all time. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know. Comment your list. Comment your commentary on my list. I'm sure I'm gonna have people disagreeing with me, but that's fine because you know what? In the end of the day, it's my list. So comment below, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.